Good evening, good evening, good evening, my brothers and sisters. How are you doing this beautiful evening? Welcome to the dinner table. Come on in, brothers and sisters. You know it's that time of the evening, so you can get some of that good food for the soul. Go ahead and invite some more family members and friends, and also keep in mind, my brother and sister, if we have some guests, go ahead and scoot down a little bit so our guests could get in on some of this good soul food for the night. Because I cook up quite a bit, and I have abundance of that good food for the soul. If this is your first time at the dinner table, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Tony M. Toomer, and I talk about relationships. I talk about relationships, my brothers and sisters, basically from a spiritual point of view. When I say spiritual, I strongly believe that God is the one that created all things. I strongly believe that God is the one that came up with the rules and boundaries of a relationship. When you look into the book of Genesis, God is the one that had a unique relationship with the man Adam. He had a unique relationship with the woman Eve. He represented the woman to the man Adam, and they had a unique relationship because they had God as the foundation of their relationship. Now, if you come to this dinner table and you believe in any other type of relationship other than that of Genesis, you have what is called a free will that God gave you. You can believe whatever you want to believe, and you could try to justify whatever you want to justify. But if you sit at the dinner table, I'm letting you know clearly that I strongly support the account in God's word in the book of Genesis, how God established the relationship between that of a man and a woman. With that said, my brother and sister, I would like to inform you that I'm on two different platforms. I'm on the book, which is Facebook, and I'm on the tube, which is YouTube. There may be some of you that on YouTube. I may make a comment to those on Facebook, but you won't see their name or their comments, but I will call out their name and comments, and vice versa. Those of you on Facebook, I may say something to those that are on YouTube. You may not see their name, you may not see their comments, but I will call out their name and comments. I hope that's clear, my brothers and sisters, and I hope that you understand that this is the dinner table. And if you have any comments along the way, I want you to think and feel that you could go ahead and chime in. We got a comment section. You could go ahead and make your comments, whether you agree or disagree, but we could do this in a respectable way. Especially you family members and friends, let's be on our best behavior, because we got people that probably never been to the dinner table before, and we want to give them a very good experience being here at the dinner table. Okay. With that said, my brother and sister, let's go and look at what's on the menu for tonight. When we look at the menu for tonight, you will notice that we're going to dine in on what causes a man to settle down with a particular woman. That's what we're going to talk about this evening at the dinner table. What causes a man to settle down with a particular woman? Now, I know there are this message that I'm going to talk about. Sister, you need to really, really listen up to, because it's going to be very beneficial to you. And brothers, you need to listen up too, because I don't want you to be the bad man. I want you, brothers, to be the good man, so you cannot project what I'm going to talk about when it comes to the bad man, how some women get hooked up with the bad man. Okay, you brother, I don't want you to be caught up in being labeled as that particular man that we're going to discuss at the dinner table. Okay, my brothers, when I say my brothers, I'm talking about those of you in Christ. And this particular broadcast is directly more for the sisters, okay? Because I'm here, sister, to really help you out. I'm here to expound some things to you. That's to open up some things to you. And I hope that you are ready, really, really ready for this meal tonight. Now, what does she have what I don't have? That's what some women may ask themselves, okay? What does she have what I don't have? Some women ask themselves this question when a man that she was seeing, dating off and on, or even living with without being in a committed relationship, uh, he goes and get into a serious, committed, and covenant relationship with another woman. I know that a lot of you have heard, that's you brothers and you sisters, you have heard this statement, which is, why buy the cow when you can get the milk free? At the dinner table tonight, this is what we're going to discuss. What causes a man to settle down with a particular woman? Now, my brother and sister, why buy the cow when the milk is free? Let's define what this actually means. Why buy the cow when the milk is free? And I know you all have heard of this. It actually means men don't want to get married when they can get all the benefits of marriage without getting married. So that's what why buy the cow when you can get the milk free again. Again, it means men don't want to get married when they can get the benefits of marriage without getting married. How you doing, Sister Cheryl? Welcome to the dinner table. So I want you to understand this, my brother, and you sister, listen to this. There are a lot of you, you're in a relationship with a man. You want more than just quote unquote being serious and committed. You want all of it. You want it from God's point of view. And what is God's point of view? You actually want to get, you have desire to get married and you see yourself as a wife. But the man that you're currently in a relationship with, for some particular reason, he do not want to say I do. And this is what we are going to talk about tonight, my sisters. This is going to be a very in-your-face conversation, my sister. So I hope that you'll be able to stomach what I'm about to say. And when I say what I'm about to you stomach, I don't want you to take this personal. I don't want you to get all emotional. I'm here to help you. I'm your brother, okay? I'm a man. I listen to men. I have been around men that do not see themselves as being serious and committed and in a covenant relationship with a woman. As a matter of fact, my brothers and sisters, most of the men that I socialize with most of the time and I hang around with, these are men. These are men that are in a relationship. When I say relationship, most of the men that I talk to a lot, these are basically family men. They are good brothers. They are serious, they committed, and they decided to marry the woman. These are the type of men that I really, really admire because these are good men. They don't just talk about women. They walk in the walk. And this is what I need for you, sister, to understand. I'm trying to help you. I'm attempting to help those of you that are dealing with a man without him being serious with you, committed to you, and don't want to get married, which includes the following. There are 7 points that I need to make, okay? There are 7 points. Then we're going to talk about what causes a man to settle down with a particular woman. The first thing we're going to do is discuss why some men do not want to settle down with a particular woman. This is what we're going to talk about first. Why some men do not want to settle down with some particular women. As you know, I started off with why buy the cow when the milk free, and I clearly gave you the definition. It means men who don't want to get married. This is what why buy the cow when the milk are free. Men who don't want to get married when they get all the benefits of marriage without getting married. Now, some of you sisters, you are dealing with some of these type of men, and I don't even call them brothers. I just said these type of men. These type of men that you're dealing with, they have a plan, and you are a part of the plan. Not only are you a part of the plan, a lot of you have knowledge of what these men are. You have put yourself in a position of denial, but it's right there in your face. But once these type of men get involved with you, then they drop you like a hot cake, and then they go get into a relationship with another woman. And they might even go and get married to these women. And these bad men, I'm going to talk about the bad men, then I'm going to talk about the brothers, what caused a man to settle down with a particular woman. Number one, what causes a particular man that you have knowledge of that he doesn't want to choose you as a wife. And a lot of you sisters, you open up the doors to these type of men. How you doing, Sister Tierra? Welcome to the dinner table. How you doing, Sister Cynthia? Welcome to the dinner table. Now, sister, don't get defensive. Don't get all emotional. I'm just here to help you. Keep that in mind. I'm here to help you. I'm a man. I listen to men. I know how a lot of men move. So don't take this wrong. I'm only here to help you. Now, some of you are currently seeing these type of men. There are 7 type of these men, these bad type of men that they do certain things, and some of you are aware of it. Number 1, you are seeing him off and on. Now, the trait of this particular man, you're seeing him off and on. He's single. He have goals in his mind that don't include you. He have goals in his mind, but it don't include you. But he has no intention, or he doesn't view you as a wife, and you know it, but you have placed yourself in a state of denial because you have developed feelings for him. Some of you sisters, I ain't saying all of you, you are seeing this type of individual. This man, he's goal driven. When I say goal driven, a lot of times he's about that money or whatever it is. He really don't have time for you, but you open yourself up to him emotionally, mentally, and bodily. But you see it clearly. And sometimes you may have brought it to his attention, but he'll tell you, just wait till I get this, and then we could talk more about it. These type of men and sisters, don't wait for them. Because when these men get what they need, they may deal with you, but when they get what they need or want, they're going to drop you. And some of you sisters, you're dealing with this type of man. He's single, he's goal driven, and he keep putting you at the end of his priority list. You're not even at the top 2 of his priority list. Number 2, you are seeing this particular man. This is another man. You are seeing him. He per se is in a serious relationship with another woman. Just check this out. He's in a serious relationship with another woman. However, he don't even see that other woman as being a wife, but he called himself in another relationship with another woman, but he not even planning on marrying her, and you know about it. You know clearly about it. He could be living with a woman. He could have this woman as his number 1, and he's not planning on marrying her. And he don't see her as a wife. He don't see you as a wife. Because you have allowed yourself again to get emotionally, mentally, and bodily involved with this man. He has no intention of the other woman that he's with or you. Some of you have met these type of men. They've been with a certain type of woman for many, many years, to the point where they may be living with the woman, or they let you know straight up that they're in a relationship with a woman, but they convey to you that there's no string attached to the woman. But he put that woman in a higher bracket than you, sister, and you settle for it. So, sister, you don't have to settle for this type of individual. Number 3, you are seeing this type of man, this bad man, number 3. You are seeing him, but he's involved with other women. He's involved with other women, and you know it. But he still doesn't have no intention of those other women that he's dating, and you know about it. He don't have no intentions of seeing you as a wife, and you know about it, but you crave to be the one that he promote to number 1. But he's not ready for you. He's not ready for any of these women. He want to string all of you along. This type of man, he's the player. Okay, he's the player. And as much as he can get out of women and you, he's going to do it. He don't see none of you all as a wife. Even the other women, he just wants to play. You understand? That's all he wants to do. He just wants to play. Then you got number 4. You are seeing him, but he doesn't want to put a label on the relationship. He'll say stuff like, just let's see how far this will go. You have met these type of guys. You want to invest into the relationship. You want to move to the serious, committed, and covenant part, but he has no interest in it. He won't put no label on it. If you ask him, what are we doing? And he say, we just chilling, we just hanging out. We want to, let's just see where this go. He will not, you cannot even put him in no corner. And some of you sisters, you're like that. You like this man. You know why you like him? How you doing, Sister Pam? Welcome to the dinner table. You like this particular man, but he will not let you put no label on it. He don't even want you to say girlfriend or boyfriend. He will let you say that only in his presence, but even if he take you out, he's going to introduce you as what? This is my friend. That's all the label he will give you. This is my friend. He's not going to promote you or nothing like that. This is another bad man that you know about, but you have developed feelings for him. Why? Because you open up to him emotionally, mentally, and bodily. That's why he's doing you this particular way. Number 5, you are seeing this particular man, this other man, but he put you on a schedule. That's right. He puts you on a schedule when he is available, and he wants you to mold around his schedule. You may have a schedule, but he wants you to drop everything that you're doing when he puts you on the schedule. If you ask him about seeing him or doing something, this type of man, he will always come back and say, let me check my schedule. Let me get back with you. And a lot of these men, sisters, that you have been involved with, the schedule type of man, he will hold you up to the last minute, and then plans change and he can't see you. A lot of you sisters have put yourself in a position with this type of man, the scheduler. Don't ever let a man put you on a schedule. If you ask a man something and he's supposed to be, quote unquote, your man, he needs to come clean and let you know what's up early. You shouldn't allow him to string you along. That's man number 5. Man number 6, you're seeing him. Now, a lot of you sisters have exposed yourself to this particular type of man, particularly. You seeing this particular type of man, number 6, and the only time he wants to see you is when he wants to have sex. That's all. You won't hear from him. You won't see him until the next episode. And when you do see him, he make you feel like you the only woman in the world until he gets what he wants. And when he releases essence in you, you will see a whole different change. These type of individual, when you have had physical intimacy with him, he act like he be all into you. He will even use the words, I love you, during that act, but he doesn't love you. He's lusting you. And you know it. You get to the point where you know it, but you done got so wrapped up into him, whereas you think that you can change him. He might even have said, you have the best sex I ever had. He may tell you stuff like that, but he's not serious about you. He's not going to be committed to you, and neither is he planning on marrying you. This other guy, number 7, and this is a big one. You seeing him. You seeing this man. But there's one major thing about this particular man. He's married. That's right. He's married, and you know he's married. You know he's married, but he doesn't see you as a wife. Why he doesn't see you as a wife? Because he already got a wife. But you place yourself in this position of denial because you have developed feeling for him. And on this particular part, my sister, there's a lot of men that are married. And a lot of men have misled you, telling you things that how terrible things are at home. And he's going to leave his wife. He been telling you this for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. And you hoping that he'll change, but he's not going to change. Let me let you in on something, sister. A lot of men that are married have no intentions of leaving their wives. Now, some men do leave their wives, but majority of them do not have no plan of actually leaving the wife. I mean, where he reside at. Have you ever noticed, sister, some of you, not all of you, now some of you that seeing these married men on the down low, have you ever noticed that he talks so bad about his wife, but yet he goes back to her? Have you ever noticed that this man that talks so bad about his wife, you see them on social media? Have you ever noticed that you see him and his wife going different places? And where do he take you? And then on the flip side of it, there are some married men that some women are involved with. And he'll take you places, he'll do things just like you, his wife. And you think that you got the up on his wife, but yet he's not letting his wife go. And you thinking him and his wife ain't doing nothing that cool, because he be with me all the time. He spend the night with me. He take me this place. But yet he goes back home with his wife. How you doing, sister? Miss Angie B. Welcome to the dinner table. So these 7 type of men, sister, the wrong type of men, they are not planning on settling down with nobody. And when I said nobody, I'm going to tell you these 7 types of men again. Sister Cheryl said, and we need to remember, in most of those cases, the same way you got him is the same way you're going to lose him. Amen, sister. Sister Angie B said he is not going to leave his wife. It's cheaper to keep her. Amen to that. Sister Pamela Simmons, how you working to the dinner table? And also, Angie B, I hope that I told you welcome to the dinner table. Sister Pamela Simmons said all men can change, but that doesn't mean that all men will change. There's only one woman whom he will change for. If a man is not willing to change, it means that you aren't the one. Again, that is very, very true. Now, these are the 7 type of men, sister. You ain't got to raise your hand. But if you are currently involved with this type of man as of tonight, you need to do a self-reevaluation. And some of you sisters, like I said, you ain't got to raise your hand, but if you could see yourself in this, you got to understand where you're at. You know about this man, and you got to understand where you're at. Number 1, again, you're seeing him. He's single. He got goals, and you're not a part of his goal. He putting you at the back end, and when he gets where he want to go, he's going to drop you. But as long as you making room for him, when he get time for you, he will do it. But you're not part of his priority, okay? Number 2, again, he per se is in a serious relationship with another woman to the point where he's living with a woman. You know it, and you hope that he leave the woman because you're looking at it like he's not married to her. So if he's not married to her, I have a shot. But you notice that him and that woman still spend more time together than you. And he give you a little piece of his love, but he giving this other woman a lot. He don't see that woman as a wife. And sister, he don't see you as a wife. Number 3, you seeing him, and he dating a whole bunch of women. This is the playboy. He's dating a whole bunch of women. And none of them he says is wife. He don't even see you as a wife, but you know it. And guess what? Some of the other women know it. He don't see nobody. He want to use you till he can't use you no more. So this man is a serious person that he just is not going to invest not in one woman. These are the bad men that I'm talking about. Number 4, again, he will not allow you to put no label on the relationship. If you want him to say, what are we doing? He's not going to say nothing. He'll just say, we friends. And like I said, if he introduce you to somebody, he's going to say, you are my friend. That's the highest you're going to go at this type of man. He will call you a friend, but that's it. Sister Pamela Simmons said, you have to let a man know that you don't want to carry the date forever from the start. Amen, sister. You're right about that. Number 5, he put you on a schedule. You can't make no plans for him. He's in control. He will get back with you. When you suggest something, he'll say, let me get back with you. Let me check my schedule. And you could tell him that an event is coming up, and then he'll wait till the day of the event. And then he'll say something came up. Or worse than that, he won't even get back with you. And when you talk to him again, the event that you want to go to, it will slip his mind, and he have taken another woman there. And you came up with a story, what you wanted to do, but he's nowhere around. Number 6, you are seeing him, and he just want to have sex with you. That's all he wants. He only comes around when his lawns are filled up. And when he unloads physically on you, you're going to know that he's going to change. He will say, like I said earlier, he will say, I love you. That's the only time he say, I love you, when y'all are being physical, intimate. That's when you hear so much love. And that confuse you. Sister Angie B said, yep, booty call. And how you doing, Sister Bria? What if he tell the family this is Amy? Yep, he may do that. And these type of men, sister, the ones that just want to have sex with you, you're going to know it. You're going to know it. He never takes you nowhere. He never takes you nowhere. The only place he would take you is he might come pick you up and take you to his house or hotel or wherever he want to take you, or he'll come to you. That's all he want with you. And number 7 again, you're seeing him, but he's married. Married men in general, they may play outside. Listen to me carefully. They may play outside, but majority of them are not planning on leaving their wives. They may, like I said earlier, they may say that their wife is terrible. She does this, she does that. And while you listening to what he said his wife does and don't do, you're going to try to counter what his wife is doing and not doing, so he can see you in a better light. And even you want him to get married to you. But let me tell you this. If a man leave his wife for you, other than any other reason, and I'm not endorsing this, but I'm just giving you a hypothetical. If a man leave his wife for you, and you clearly know that he's with a woman, and he clearly tells you, and you waiting, he may leave his wife. He may even marry you. But guess what? Just like you knew he was married to his wife, he's going to get involved with another woman, and that other woman going to know about you. And then what's normally happen, I have seen it happen before, because I do consultation, and I have seen this happen. The woman know that the man was married. She didn't take the man from his wife. He volunteered to leave his wife. They got married, and the man started dating another woman or other women. And then the woman that he came to, she started feeling like the man did her wrong, or she the victim. What she did not realize, what she failed to miss. You're right, Sister Pam Selma. Karma. That's right. What goes around comes around. And Sister Pam said, to get over a guy who using you for sex, stop contacting him. You got that right. Sisters, if a man is having sex with you, a lot of time that's bonding. Okay, that is bonding. You see, sex is very, very intimate. Sex is not just casual. I always say that, my brother and sister, especially when you're getting older, you keep having sex with someone, you're going to eventually, somebody going to catch some feeling. And majority of the time, it's the woman that catch the feelings. You understand? Because you allow this man into you. And a lot of times, sister, you could be up in your 40s, 50s, 60s. You think that just because you have sexual relation with a man, you think he's gonna be your man. No, he will get that from you. As long as you giving it to him, he will do it. And in order to stop this connection, sister, you got to close your legs. And we're talking now, you got to close your leg. When you close your leg, that can help you with your feelings. But the more you keep giving him to him, you're going to get deeper and deeper and deeper into this relationship. Sister Cheryl said, can you ever trust him or him you after a number 7 situation? Not hardly. Not hardly. Sister Angie B said, it happened to me 24 years ago. My ex left me, committed adultery with another woman, married a lady. Now he's on his 3rd wife. It happens. This is reality. These are the 7 type of men, sister, that I'm warning you about. These are 7 type of wolves. These are raven wolves. These 7 type of men, they are Satan's sons. How you doing, Sister Flo Hartmore? Welcome to the Deal Tape. These are Satan's sons. And some of you sisters, I'm sorry. I know some of you have dealt with one of these type of men. Some of you single sisters, you ain't got to raise your hand. You ain't got to raise your hand, but you have dealt, some of you, not all of you now, you have dealt with one of these 7 type of men. But you didn't have to. You know why you didn't have to, sister? Because you forgot who you are. Present tense. You forgot who you were during that time. And some of you, until I just brought it up at the dinner table, now it's right in your face. If you're dealing with one of these 7 type of men, you got to make a decision. You think God is going to rescue you, right? He's not going to rescue you. Out of all these 7 type of men that I'm talking about, God is not in the equation. God, after all these 7 type of men that I just labeled, God is not going to bless you. God is going to continue to let these type of men hurt you. Sister Pamela says, sin will take you farther than you want to go, keep you longer than you want to stay, and cost you more than you want to pay. Amen to that. Sister Angela B said, leave married men alone. Amen. Sister Flo, coming with those good fruit. Thank you. Thank you, Sister Flo. But anyway, listen to me. I'm warning you. And this is not no beat down on men in general. These are wolves. Now, I'm going to tell you, sister, about brothers. Now, notice I said these men. I'm talking about these men, Satan's sons. Now, on the flip side, I'm going to tell you about God, a God man. One type of God man. This is a man that believes in God through his son, Jesus. This man have the traits of Boaz. That's right. He have the traits of Boaz. How many of you sisters looking for your Boaz? What caused a man to settle down with a particular woman? The particular woman, she was the one when he seen her, he knew within himself, and within a short period of time, he seen her as the one, his wife. I have told you, sister, this. I have told some brothers this. When a man see, he knows within a very short period of time. It don't take 6 months. It doesn't take a year. Sister Angie said, Boaz is going to find me. Amen. So the flow said, Boaz, amen. Sister Angie said, I'm looking for Boaz. That's right. Now listen, the Boaz type of man. What is the Boaz type of man? Number one, he is a godly man. That's the first thing I always push to you, sister. That's right, Sister Flo. Don't take 8 or 6 months. He is a godly man first. Before the Boaz man meet you, sister, he already have been worked on by God. And he continued to be worked on by God. He walks with God's son, Jesus Christ. When you see this type of man, you will notice something. When he's looking for a particular type of woman, he's a particular type of man. When you meet this man, you're going to scratch your head and you're going to say, I ain't never seen no man like this before. That's what you're going to say, because you so used to these other pretenders. Sister Angie B said, that's the problem. Not many godly men in my area. Majority are in the world. But there's one. There's one. Let me tell you about this, Sister Angie B. I'm going to get to it. The Boaz type of man, he has a relationship with God first. So, sisters, as of tonight at the dinner table, so then Angie B said, or they're married. At the dinner table tonight, I assure you that the God man, the Boaz type of individual, he does exist. He might not be in your immediate area, but he does exist. But he have a relationship with God first. Now, let's talk about briefly, and you all familiar with the Boaz Ruth story, right? Ruth, let's talk about you, sister. You Ruth, okay? Let's say you Ruth. You have a relationship with God yourself, okay? You have a relationship with God. But you're not looking for a man. You have a desire for a man, but you're not looking for him. That's the key. Ruth was not looking for a man. She had a desire for a man, but she was not looking for a man. Sister NB said, yes, excuse me for that. It said, yes, I believe he is out there somewhere. My favorite Bible story. That's right, Sister Flo Ruth. And Sister Cheryl said, amen. Sister, you are Ruth. Okay, you just like Ruth. But your first priority, you have a relationship with the God, right? Your relationship with God first. So you developing your relationship with God, okay? While you developing your relationship with God, God, unknown to you, he is molding you into that Proverbs 31 woman. He is molding you. You might not even recognize it. So he's molding you, sister, into being wife ready. You see, when God is working on you, when you're following after God, sister, when you're following after God, you get so immersed in God, he's changing you on the inside. So all the work, you may be a beautiful looking woman on the outside, but God is making you beautiful on the inside, like he did Ruth. While God is developing you on the inside, he already sprinkled you with beauty on the outside, but he's going to make you more attractive on the inside because his son Jesus is living in you. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry about that technical difficulty. I don't know what happened, but I'm sorry. It said Ruth was not looking, just being about her purpose, gleaning and gathering the field. Sister Flo said molding. That's right, Proverbs 31 woman into Proverbs 31 woman. So God is developing you to that Proverbs 31 woman. Unbeknown to you, you are shining. I'm going to give you a situation. Do you all remember when Moses went up on the mountain to get the 10 commandments from God? He was so with God that when he came down from the mountain, people seen something different about Moses. Moses' face was shining. His hair had changed. Why that happened? Moses did not understand. Moses did not see himself like that. People, they seen Moses when they seen him. They seen the change. Just like people will see the change in you, sister. They will see the change when the Lord is working on you. So while the Lord is working on you, just like Sister Angie B say, Ruth was not looking, just being about her purpose. You will have a purpose. You're going to be on your own grind. You're going to be gleaning some type of way. Whatever field you're in, whatever you're doing, you're going to be handling your business, sister, okay? You're going to be handling your business, okay? You're not looking, but you have a desire. Now, what God does. On the other side, what you don't know, God has prepared your Boaz for you. He has prepared your Boaz. When you meet your Boaz, he should be husband ready. He's not on his way trying to get nothing. He's already prepared man. When you go all the way back to the Garden of Eden, he prepared Adam before he met Eve. And Adam was perfect. But when Boaz met Ruth, he was not perfect, but he had everything together. Boaz had himself together. He had himself together mentally. He had himself together emotionally. He had himself together financially. He had himself ready for a woman. A woman. Boaz was not one of these men. He was not single with a goal in mind and going to leave you out. Boaz was not seeing another woman. Boaz, he was not involved with a whole bunch of women. Boaz he was willing to put the labor on the right woman. I don't know whether they had rings back in those days, but he was ready to put a labor on the right woman. Boaz, he was not going to string a woman along by putting her on a schedule. Boaz was not looking for a woman for sex. He was not looking for a woman to sex. And let me tell you all something. Do you not realize that Ruth, she spent the night with Boaz one night, but he didn't touch her. She laid down there by his feet. Were you all aware of that? That's right. But back to the story. God had Boaz together. When Boaz seen Ruth, remember I said it doesn't take a man a long period of time to know a wife when he see her. When he seen Ruth, he seen she was wife ready. You understand? She was wife ready. That's right, Sister Cheryl. Sister Ruth, she went by her mother-in-law instruction because Ruth's original husband had died. Now, I ain't telling you have to be married now, okay? But Ruth was with her mother-in-law. Her mother-in-law's son, he died. That was Ruth's first husband, okay? But Ruth was taking care of business. And Sister Angie says she lay at his feet by Naomi urged because her mother-in-law told her what to do. Her mother-in-law did not tell her to go have sex with Boaz. She didn't tell him that because if you look at it from the Jewish tradition, it's a reason why she laid at his feet. And he seen her. But Boaz did not take advantage of Ruth. You understand? He did not take advantage of Ruth. So when he seen Ruth, he seen, I got to have her. That's what Boaz said. He went immediately into trying to find out as much about Ruth as possible. When a man is really into you, minus the sex. That's right, Cheryl. That's right. He became her covering. That's right. When Boaz seen Ruth, he seen that she was wife ready. He did not look at Ruth as a girlfriend. You got to understand. He did not look at Ruth as we're going to date off and on. He did not look at Ruth as we're going to live together to test this thing out to see are you the right one. No, he had more respect for Ruth. You got to understand that. He had respect for Ruth. He seen her more than just a temporary plaything. When the right man see you, sister, he's going to see you more than a temporary plaything. He's going to see you as wife ready because he's husband ready. He got himself together. He's not living with his mama. Unless she's sick or something, he's taking care of her. But overall, he's standing on his own feet. He's not living with his boys. He's not living with another woman. He's not dating a whole bunch of women just trying to see who's right. He's not doing that because he had himself together and he focused. He focused first on God, and now he's ready. So God set up the situation when he met Ruth gleaning in the field. When he seen Ruth, he inquired about Ruth. He wanted to know as much about Ruth as possible. When a man is into you, sister, when he see you as Ruth, he wants to know as much about you as possible, to the point where he can count the hairs on your head. That's how intense a man would like to learn you. And not only that, he wants to learn you over and over and over again, years and years to come. So when Boaz seen Ruth, what the first thing? He started thinking about providing for her. When a man is see you as a wife, he's saying, thank you, Sister Angie B. Well, he's saying, I see her as a wife. Now I could see myself taking care of her. I could see myself and her on the same team. I could see her being my helpmeet. I could see that God created her for me. So Boaz started thinking about providing for her. What did he do? He told his farmer to make sure Ruth had some extra food, right? Not only that, he started thinking about, I could see protecting her. So Boaz told the same farmer, make sure nobody don't mess with her. Because Ruth was a particular woman. She was a godly woman. She didn't hang with other women. You didn't see Ruth hanging with other women. She may have socialized with them, but Ruth didn't have time for the party. Ruth didn't have all that time to hang out with women and get into all that stuff. Ruth stood out. I tell you this, it was a lot of women out there gleaning, because that's what they was doing. They was gleaning on the field. When Boaz seen Ruth, she was gleaning, but she stood out. Boaz seen Christ in Ruth. She had an aura in her that shined out that the other women didn't have. Can you imagine Boaz seeing all these other women for quite a period of time, and this is his first time seeing Ruth? Not his second time, third, no, his first time. Angie B said he told her to stay in his field and not to go into anyone else's field. That's what he told her. Boaz seen her as a wife. Day one, he's seen her as a wife. When the right man comes, he gonna see you as a wife. He ain't gonna be telling you, let's just go out a few times so I can get a feel. No, he's not gonna do that. Because he's gonna be focused. He's dependent on God to utilize his discernment through him, that man, so he could see what type of woman that is. You see, God goes by the heart. Men go by the outside, right? Men go by the appearance. God go by the heart. But you got to understand, Boaz was a godly man. So he was thinking about what's on the inside of Ruth, how she ticked, just like when I met Cinderella. When I met her, day one, when I met her day one, I seen in her, through the Lord, discernment that she was the one. That right, Sister Andy, it won't take 2 or more years either. It don't take that long, sisters. Listen to me. Listen to your brother. It don't take us that long. It take us that long if you allow it to take that long. That's what happened. If you allow it, or if you going back, what did I say earlier? Remember what I said earlier? I said, why buy the cow when the milk free? And I gave you the definition of why buy the cow when the milk free. That term came up, my brother and sister. It say, why buy the cow when the milk is free? It means this. Listen to me very carefully. It say, men who don't want to get married when they can get all the benefits of marriage without getting married. Why have a cow in your barn and put on your clothes and go 20 miles to Kroger to get some milk when you already have the cow right there? Does it make sense? You're gonna keep using that cow up until you can't use it no more. That's what it basically means. That's how a lot of these 7 type of men that I had just talked about, how they would do you. And I have told you something, you sister, if you honor with yourself, you have ran into one of these 7 type of men, possibly, or you done ran into all 7 of them, possibly. But here today, there's a Boaz out there. He will see you as a wife. You know why he will see you as a wife? Because he knows you're a daughter of God. He's a son of God. The 7 men that I just talked to you about earlier, these are wolves in sheep clothing. They may look good. They may be 6 feet tall. They may have nice grade of hair. They may be well groomed. They may have on some good cologne. Cause I know that captures your women. Cause you all good at smelling. He got a good long. He dressed well. He's financially sound. He got assets. He might be popular. He may have a little power here. He might be the who's who. He might be quote unquote the man, but he's Satan's son. Satan will send one of these 7 type of men to you, sister. You single sister. These 7 type of men. If you're single, you may be married, but if you're single, Satan gonna send one of these 7 type of men to you, because he know you got a desire too. You know why I say no, you got a desire? Because you have discussed it with other women. Satan can't read your mind. God can. When you talk to other women or whoever you talk to, Satan got a piece of that message. So when Satan got a piece of that message, he said, I got something real good for her. I know what she liked. She didn't ask God to bring her man. So I'm out of the goodness of my heart. That's what Satan said. Out of the goodness of my heart, I'm going to help her. I'm going to let me see which one of my sons could get her. Should I send her son number 1, or son number 7, or son number 2, or son number 6, or son number 3, or son number 5, or son number 4? Which one of these? I got to study her a little more, because she's gonna talk. I can't read her mind, but long as she keep talking, I'm gonna find out what type of man she like. I'm going to get this wolf skin. I'm gonna put it on one of my sons. She's not gonna notice that he's a wolf. She's gonna suspect that he's a wolf, because she's gonna see the bad boy in him. He got this bad boy. He seems like he's exciting. All I have to do is get my son to talk real good to her, because my son, they got that good talk game, and really say something in her and move her. Give her, just dangle a carrot in her face. And then use her, get control over her, tell her how high to jump and she'll jump. Get her so entangled with my son where she won't know the north from the south or the east from the west. Just mess up. And not only mess up with my son, I'm going to mess her up with other men. She's going to get to the point where she said, all men are dogs. That's what Satan got planned for you. Sister Tierra said, I have run into most of them, including my ex-husband. None of them were for me. I could see it. Thank you, Sister Tierra. See, Sister Tierra, she have ran into one of Satan's 7 sons. That lady got experience, my brother. So Sister Tierra, she got experience. She have said she done ran into one of all 70 wolves, basically. And some of you sisters have ran into one of the wolves. But Boaz is out there. Dun, 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 dun. Boaz is out there. Be patient. Just be patient. Don't be so concerned with your age. Some of you are so concerned with your age. Don't worry about your age. God will take care of you in his time. In his time. You see, God is in eternity. He's not bound by our time, but he has a time within our time. You understand? And God will bring it to pass. Because I always tell you, my brother and sister, the Bible clearly says, if you delight in the Lord, he will give you the desires of your heart. Jesus also said that the Father will not hold nothing good from you. If God, let me tell you something, my brother and sister. When you have a desire for a member of the opposite sex, that's a gift from God. When God gives you a desire for a member of the opposite sex, he letting you know that I got the hookup for you. Sister, Boaz is out there. When your Boaz see you, he gonna see that your wife ready, and he gonna guess what Boaz be ready to do? He be ready to move. He's going to take you off the market. Boaz, your Boaz is going to claim you. Other than these 7 men, let me tell you the contrast between Boaz and these 7 men. It said, number one, he's goal driven. Your Boaz would be goal driven, but he gonna see you in there. Number 2, he's in a serious relationship with another woman. This man, he's not gonna be in a serious relationship with. Your Boaz is not gonna be in a serious relationship with nobody. Number 3, your Boaz, he's not going to be involved with a whole bunch of women because he may have been out there before. He's tired. He may have been playing the field out there, but he's tired now. He want to settle down with a particular woman that is you. Sister Angie B said, I have as well, Tierra, a few times. Narcissist. Amen, sister. Sister Tierra said, I had the best time of my life when I was in Puerto Rico. I'm 50, and I know my boy is out there for me. A friend of mine says she doesn't want a man, say, speak for myself. Okay, well, you know what you sister know what you need in your life. There is a Boaz for you. There's a godly man for you. Seek first the kingdom of God, and he will give you all those things. Now, some of you thinking right now, I have been seeking the Lord. I have been following the Lord, and I've been delighting in him. But where is my Boaz, Tony? Be patient. Be patient. Even men have to be patient. Sister Angie said, I have that. Let me tell you something, my sisters and brothers. Before I met Cinderella, when I was single, I was dating different women. But let me tell you about those different women. They did me a favor when they didn't want to go. Let me tell you one thing about it. I did not mislead not one woman. I was not using no woman. I did not tell women what I was looking for. And some of you have heard it before. I did not tell not one woman what I was looking for. Not what I really looking for. Those of you that have been at the dinner table, I prayed to God. God, and I'm paraphrasing this, I would like a woman to follow me as I follow Christ. That was my prayer to God. I was not going to tell no woman what I prayed. Because, if I would have told a woman what I prayed, Satan could hear what I want. You see, Satan didn't hear me when I told God. That was a thing between God and me, because God could read my mind. You know what I mean? Satan couldn't read my mind. He wasn't going to bring no counterfeits up on me. So the sheriff said, he can be tired, but he better not come to me broke down, needing a nurse and a caretaker, because he played out. He needs a nurse home assistant. Sister Cheryl hit a good point. There are some men that's out there, they be wilding out, and they get to the point where they can't do nothing for themselves, just like Sister Sherry would say, they be broke down. They need a nurse and a caregiver. That's how a lot of men are. Especially one of these 1 through 7. Back to 1 through 7. Boaz, he will put a label on a relationship. You know what Boaz will say? He's not going to only introduce you as my friend. He's going to quickly start addressing you as my fiance or my future wife. And my future wife, we planning on getting married on this certain date. Boaz is not going to put you on a schedule. Boaz will move his schedule around for you. Boaz may have a schedule with other people, other things, but Boaz is going to show you that you high on his priority list. You need to listen to this very carefully, my sister. When a man is married-minded, he has the Lord as his number 1 priority, and then his wife as his number 2 priority. You need to listen to this. He will have his wife as his number 2 priority. Now, if the man see you as his wife, you will see where you will get quickly promoted to the number 2 position, even in the engagement part, because he letting you know how important you are. A man that really interested in you, sister, he will modify his schedule for you. And you're going to see it. You might say, no, if you got plans, go ahead with your plan. Then he's going to say, look, you important to me. That can wait. You can't wait. That what a Boaz type of man going to do. He will modify his schedule for you. And he will look at what he could. You will hear your Boaz type of man, sister. You will hear this love language consistently. We, us, and our. We, us, and our. We, us, and our. We, us, now. That's what you're going to hear a lot. You're going to hear him say that more than me, myself, and I. These other wolves, the 7, you're going to hear them say more about me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and I. So the Boaz type of man, he's going to modify his schedule. The Boaz type of man, he's going to see you more than a sex object. He's going to respect you, sister. He may desire you physically. Let's get real. He may desire you physically, but he's not going to say nothing like, if you love me, you would do this. He don't do you like that. If you love me, you got to prove that you love me. So if you're going to prove that you love me, it's just like when you go get a car, you know how you have to test drive a car. We need to test the thing. A Boaz type of man, he don't come to you with that type of crap. He's not going to do it. Even if you already had children before he met you, he's not going to require you to be physical intimate with him. Worldly men, they will require you to be sexual with them. You know why? Because when they see your child, all you have to do is have 1 child, and he'll say, well, she gave herself to one man. Why she can't give it to me? That's how some work. Don't have more than 1 child, sister. Don't have 2+ children, and you're not married. Don't do that, because the worldly men, they'll say, okay, she got 1, she got 2. That means that she is having sex. So if she got children, she having sex. Now she want to play like she don't want to have sex with me. She had sex with those other dudes. Why she can't give it to me? That's how worldly men think. But you see, if you tell a worldly man this, sister, I'm saving myself for the right man. Let me tell you what worldly men think. What? You saving yourself for the right man. You weren't saving yourself for those other men, but now you want to save yourself when it comes to me. That's how worldly men think. If a worldly man tell you that, that's straight from the pits of hell, because Satan trying to influence you. Sister Tierra said, Miss Andy, yes, they do. My ex-husband is at his mother and ex-wife, and I hope whatever he will, he treat her better than he did me, because she's a nightmare. Oh yeah. Get out those nightmare type of relationship, sister. I'm telling you, when the right Boaz come, he's ready to settle down. When he's trying to settle down, let me tell you what the right man would do. He's going to have God as his number one priority, your Boaz. He's going to have you as his number two priority. He may love his mama. He may love his children if he have his children. He may love his sibling, his family, his friend. But when the Boaz type of man come to you, you going to be promoted in front of his mama. You're going to be promoted in front of his children, his family, his friends, his career. The only person that you're not going to come in front of is God. So, sister, it's better to be number two in the man's life than number one. You, sister, you should not accept being number one in the man's life. You supposed to back up and let Christ be number one in the man's life. So, sister, I'm telling you this. If you get into a relationship with a man and you see where he's trying to put you on a pedestal, you're going to have to help that brother say, hey, I want to be number two. Because some men, they listen to what I'm saying right now. You tell that man, look, I'm looking to be number two for a man. And if you tell a man that you will flip a man out, if you say, I want to be number two in a man's life. Because most worldly women want to be number one, but you're not worldly. You tell this man, whoever you into, sister, if he appears to be a God man, say, I want to be number two in your life. And then you say, I would like for you to keep God's son Jesus at number one in your life, and I would gladly position myself at number two. I'm not going to be number 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. The only place that you're going to put me in is number 2. Only one person or thing come in front of me, son, that sonny boy, that is Jesus. If you got another person or thing in front of me besides Jesus, we can't roll. We can't roll. We need to stop this right now. And be said, no more mama ball for me. Mama create drama. That's right. That man, he got to get beyond. You see, he could love his mama, but his mama can't do what you do. You see, the Bible don't say a man and a wife is a man and his mom is one. It doesn't say that. When a man and a woman get together, his wife, they become one. Sister Angie said, I'm going to try that, brother Tony. I can't imagine the look on his face. That's right, you sister. Listen to your brother Tony tonight. When a man come to you, just for your free entertainment, sister, just for entertainment, tell this man that come talking all that stuff to you, say, I'm looking to be number 2 in your life. And watch, just like Angie B say, watch the look that's going to be on their face. A godly man, he should know what you're talking about. So then B said, the next man, I'm still single. A godly man should know exactly what you're talking about. Worldly men won't. Just do your test, sister. This week, a man that called you on the phone, that been calling you, or the man that been after you, or whatever, you shopping or something, and this man just running his mouth, said, hey, I'm looking to be number 2 in a man's life. You see, some men gonna take that the wrong way. They would take it like, okay, I got a wife, I got a girlfriend, I'm living with a woman, I got other women. So if she want to be number 2, I can handle that. But then when you see him smiling, and then if he come out and tell you what type of relationship he had with another woman, you said, you got this misconstrued. I don't mean number 2 to another woman or things. I mean number 2 after Jesus. That's how you get them. I mean number 2 after Jesus. If I can't be number 2 after Jesus, we can't do nothing. So that be said, no one calls or after me but the next man that approached me. Sister, it will happen. Even some of you sister, if you're in a town where it appears like there are not a lot of men, or they married or whatever, I'm telling you, God have your boys for you. You don't know. You may be shopping in the next city. You don't know. A man could be driving through your city. You don't know how God set up things. We brothers and we sisters, we cannot put no limits on God. We have to have faith. And what is faith? Faith is the things that are hoped for, evidence of things not seen. You see, you don't have faith if you can see it with your eyes, but you can see it in your spirit. We cannot limit God based on our circumstance. You know that, my brother and sister? We cannot limit God. God had that right to the flow. God had no limit. You all think Master P had a record company, No Limit. But God is the original No Limit. God has no limit. God can do so much, my brother. God could do so much, my sister. Just give him an opportunity, and God going to do it. And when God do it, I hope you let me know. I hope you say, Brother Tony, remember when you talked to me May the 8th of 2023, when you were talking, and you said, be patient. Well, I finally got him after 10 years. I was just messing with you. But anyway, God going to do it. That woman right there, when I met her, a lot of you have heard this before. Angie B said, divorce almost 25 years, still keeping the faith. That's right, keep it. When I met that one, some of you have heard it before. Sister Flo have heard this many a time. Sister Shara have heard it many a time. But listen, when I met her in the tail part of August. The tail part of August. August was almost over with some years back. We got married October the 9th, her birthday. So I met her the tail part of August. We were, we was communicating stuff through September. That's a whole month right there. And then the early part of October, that's that's almost 2 months. I knew it. Let me tell you this, my sisters and brothers. During the period when I was single, there were some women that I was dating. And let me tell you the truth. Majority of them were pretty cool. They were pretty cool. They were pretty cool. But remember that prayer that I told you all? I prayed to God. I want a woman to follow me as I follow Christ. Right before Cinderella's birthday, at almost the tail part of September. Remember, we met at the tail part of August some years ago, and almost the tail part of September, she called me and she told me, I want to follow you. When she told me she want to follow me, no woman that proceeded before her never told me that. But that's how God answered my prayer. I did not tell no woman what I was seeking for in a wife. I left that to God. I allowed God to handpick Cinderella for me. She's the only woman that said, I want to follow you. I did not tell her, my brothers. I did not tell her, my sister. She verbally told me that. When she verbally told me what I had prayed to God 5 years before I met her. It was about 5 years before I met Cinderella when that came, and I had to have patience. But when she told me that told me a lot. God, he continued to answer prayer, and God prompted her to say that. And when she said that, I knew more convincingly that she was the one. And we got married on her birthday. I called her like a week before her birthday. I said, Cinderella, what are you planning on doing on your birthday? She said, I don't have no plan. I said, we going to get married on your birthday. Do you want to do this? You know what she said? Yes. You see, I came to her with a date. And the only thing she had to do is accept or reject it. That's all she had to do. And you know the reason why? It was her. You know the reason why? It said, what caused a man to settle down with a particular woman? God. This time, I allowed God to handpick the woman. I did not go to God with specifications. I didn't tell God she had to be a certain height. She had to look a certain way. She got to be doing this and that. I just told, I want a woman to follow me as I follow Christ. That's all I asked God. Now, God decided to sprinkle beauty and stuff on the outside cause that woman right there, she very attractive. That woman right there, she be attractive even when she go to bed at night. She don't put rollers in her hair. You see that picture right there? I ain't lying. When she go to bed, her hair be together. Everything be together. There's not one night that her hair was not together when we went to bed. Her hair be together. She take out some of the makeup and stuff, but she's still beautiful without the makeup. You understand? She be looking good going to bed. She be smelling good. Hygiene, baby. She be smelling good going to bed. She be smelling good when she get up in the morning. She big on hygiene and stuff. She is clean. She be smelling good. She be looking good. As a matter of fact, this past weekend, my brother and sister, we went to one of her girlfriend's parties, right? We went to a girlfriend party. That outfit that Cinderella had on, I had to tell her, I said, hey, now you make that look good. I didn't say the other thing, the typical. I said, you make that look good. Brother, you got to know how to talk to your woman. You got to know how to talk to them. You have to build them up because they'll rather hear you build them up than the other man build them up. Just like Boaz built Ruth up. Sister, when the Boaz man comes, he's going to build you up. Believe that he is going to build you up. If you have any comments or question, my brothers and sisters, just write in the comment section, wait, W-A-I-T. If you have a comment or a question, just put wait, formulate your question, formulate your comment, and I'll wait to see what you're going to talk about. Other than that, I'm about to go look at the Lakers and Golden State play because they playing tonight, and I'm into basketball. So I'm about to go leave the dinner table, and you, brother and sister, you can go ahead and get your carrot plate. I'll do the dish. You ain't got to worry about nothing. You ain't got to worry about nothing. But go ahead and get your plate. Then I'm going to go look at the Lakers and Golden State, okay? I love you, brother. I love you, sisters. You all have a good night. Peace out.